guys, how's it going? Today I have an exciting unboxing for you guys. Kind of got lucky here, was not expecting to be able to get one of these this soon. But of course I am talking about the NES Classic Edition. Yes, I have one in my hands. Got this kind of randomly, to be honest with you. Where I work, we typically get these in around couple times a week, and we only get about like 4 or 5 at like the most. You know, Nintendo's been very kind of I guess tight with the stock, you know, which is kind of bullshit because you know that they could probably produce more if they like really wanted to, you know, but because for whatever reason they just want to keep a tight control on the actual product release. Now that being said, we got one of these in during a midday shipment, which typically we don't get. We get our shipments overnight. So the truck came and delivered us 8 of these, and I got the go-ahead from my manager over there to actually put them on the shelf, and so I did. Now, we can't actually grab stuff on the shelf for about 15 or 20 minutes of it actually being out there, alright? But that being said, I literally put it out on the shelf, made a new label, put it out there for everyone to buy. No one really knew about this, right? Because now I have the advantage of people not really knowing. Sure, we had people coming in saying, yeah, you guys got some, and I'm like, no, because earlier we didn't actually get some. They were coming in around like, 10, 11 o'clock. We didn't get it until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. We actually had 8 on the way, but the system was telling us that, we actually had 8. So, that being said, we got the truck in, and we got 8 of these, and I put them out on the floor. I waited my 15, 20 minutes like I'm supposed to, or really like I have to, and I grabbed one of these and was able to purchase one for myself. So I got very lucky and was actually able to get one of these before Christmas, which a lot of people were trying to get. So I do plan on keeping it. I'm not going to resell it and make all this money. To be honest, I think it's bullshit. A lot of resellers are trying to make like a lot of profit on it. I think that there is a reasonable range of price that you should stick in if you're trying to resell this. I can understand, okay, sell it for like $100, maybe $150 at the very most, but some of these auctions going on for $200, $300, $400, I find it completely laughable, because all it is really is just a throwback. That's all. It's just nostalgia. You get a little NES. It's not really an NES. It's just a modulated system with HDMI, and you get 30 games on it. But you can buy, for cheaper than you can buy this on a lot of eBay auctions, you can actually buy an original NES and buy all these games and get the same experience on the original hardware and really get that throwback vintage, very nostalgic feel by paying so much less than what people are selling this for. So if I was you guys and you really want to get one of these, trust me, I think everyone's going to be able to get one eventually. I just think that it's about patience and it's about luck, really, if you're willing to stand in line about 5 in the morning to get one of these, But that being said, I got mine right now, really thankful for that. We're going to be unboxing this, and I need to get another controller, which unfortunately we didn't get any controllers at our store, so need to be on the lookout for another controller. Again, those are being sold for about $60, $70 these days. It's like, it's a $10 controller, really? So I'm going to wait around until I can get a controller, but at least the hardest part is over. Alright, so let's get to unboxing this and see what this bad boy actually looks like in person. Alright, so I was actually too young to have an original NES. This came out before I was actually born. And that being said, I don't really, have that experience playing with the original hardware. But I have to say, I really like the way they did this packaging. It's a really nice throwback to that whole, 70s, 80s look. So we have the NES Classic Edition on the top here, and that classic sort of, packaging with the lots of stickers and bam, wow, pa, type of comic book art style here. Some of the games that are included, which is really nice, and then the actual console with the controller. And on the top here it says NES Classics. Pretty cool. On the side here basically tells you about the controller and how you can buy an extra controller. On the back here, you got even more Retro Blast from the Past. You got a bunch of little games on here. I'm actually going to try and play all these games eventually, because a lot of these games I haven't actually played. Like, I never played Final Fantasy, never played Castlevania that's on here, never played any, like, I think I played, like, 1 or 2 of the original Mega Mans, and, of course, Super Mario, you know, played that. Donkey Kong, you know, all these games that I missed out on back in the day that would have been great to sort of have that, you know, past experience. Of course, I'm not going to have the perspective of it being the brand new thing that's, you know, actually out in the day. But it is nice to finally go back and, you know, play some of these games. You have HDMI out with the freaking console, which is really, really nice. So things are going to look nice and crisp, hopefully. And on the side here, more information about the controller, just like, or information about the console, excuse me. Just like this is information about the controller. So, alright. So that's pretty much the packaging. We're going to open it like this. There's actually no tape included, which is pretty cool. So this opens to the side somehow. There we go. I'm unboxing a lot of Nintendo products lately. First I got my 3DS, and now I have the NES Classic Edition. So we pull this out with a tab here. Wow. And check this out. This is actually pretty cool. Nintendo Entertainment System. I've never actually watched an unboxing of this console, so this is my first time experience as well. So we have like a quick start guide here, it seems, and a code. I'd actually have to check out that code later. So we have, oh, is this a poster? What is this? I think it is a poster. It is. Check this out. That's awesome. Now you're playing with power since 1985. And there's a Duck Hunt, the game. That's a classic. This is actually pretty cool. I like this poster. And on the back here, you actually have instructions. It looks like, yeah, startup instructions. That's a clever way, you know, to actually package the console. You know, give people a poster and then include the startup instructions just like that. I actually like that. That's awesome. So we have that. We also have our warranty guide. Pretty cool. And then we have a code here. Let me take a look at this code before I show it. Oh, this is just for my Nintendo, you know, redeem points, which I actually do have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So then we actually have the hardware. First thing we have here is the console itself. If I can pull it out. There we go. And gosh, this thing is small. It is tiny. Here we go. Wow. This is your console. It is extremely tiny. Like, look, that's my hand, and that's the console. Jeez. So we have 2 controller ports, which is pretty nice. You have your classic power and reset buttons. This doesn't flip up like in the original thing, but that's okay. On the back here, we got our HDMI and then our power. And if you take a look, that's actually a micro USB cable. So I guess it uses a micro USB cable for power, which is actually pretty interesting. They have plenty of those lying around, so even if you lose the power cord, you have one available. Pretty sweet. So we have that. On this side, we have our controller, which again is very tiny. Pretty cool. Here's our classic controller. It's tiny, but it is somewhat comfortable, I'll tell you that. It's not like terrible. Like, I can comfortably fit my fingers on this, you know, and the buttons feel nice. Good D-pad. Yeah, it's not terrible, but it is, you know, tiny. Then our controller cable right there. If we go even further, we have our AC power. Here we go with the USB port. Just like this is like a phone, to be honest. Like you purchase a phone, you have the charger port for the phone, so that's pretty cool. And then on the very bottom here, looks like our USB cord, if I can get it out. Yes. Ooh. So our micro USB cord, pretty good. And then our HDMI cable. They actually included an HDMI cable. How nice of them. HDMI cable. So yeah, that is meat of the whole console experience. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, I'm gonna play with this thing a little bit later. I'm not gonna play with it right now because I am kind of busy with my backlog, but I am gonna eventually do a video on this and you know, tell you guys what I think about it and how cool it is. Maybe I'll do a video of me playing some of the old retro games. But it is nice to have one of these, you know, finally. As just and for $60, you know, it's just a cool thing. It's cheap. It's inexpensive. You know, it's the cost of a video game, and you get 30 classic great games in here. And if you're someone like me who missed out on them because, well, you weren't born yet, then I think it is, and you are into gaming, then I think it is a cool investment to make. But I like the look of this thing. Very small, very compact, very easy to kind of lug around, and I look forward to playing some games on it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. This is going to probably be my final video in 2016, to be completely honest with you. 2017 is going to be a much bigger year, and it's going to be a much better year for this channel. I think there's a lot in 2016 that I learned personally and professionally here on YouTube, and I can't wait to share with you guys the things that I have planned. So keep an eye out for my 2017 video. Alright, it's going to be coming within the first week of the next year. I'm going to detail exactly some of the cool stuff that's going to be coming up, and it's going to be a very informative, a very heartwarming vlog coming from me. It's going to be very personal, so I hope you guys watch that and look forward to it, and I will see you all later. Alright, thank you all so much for just the unparalleled support in 2016 that I had from you guys. It was a terrible, terrible year in the beginning, but I feel like at the end of this year, there's a lot of things on my bucket list personally that where I was able to cross off, not just for gaming and stuff like that, but to be honest, really for my well-being and personal life. And even though it was a rocky start, I am happy that it concluded the way that it did. All right, have a good one, guys, and I will talk with you all later. Thank you.